Today we're going to start planning our 2020 Chafer control program, and this actually starts with monitoring and trapping. The reason that we actually want to trap adults is that it's much easier to identify which species they are, and it also can be part of a control strategy depending on the numbers that you catch. Adult chafers will start flying from about mid-May towards the end of June, and they can be attracted to funnel traps. Each female, remember, will actually will produce about 100 to 300 larvae. In small areas, traps can actually be sufficient to reduce damage dramatically, and certainly in a garden area, that's perhaps all you will need in order to control damaging levels of chafer. Traditional traps contain pheromones that attract just the male chafer. Well, actually, what we want to be doing is controlling the female, because obviously if we control the female, then actually we get less eggs laid. Last year we carried out quite an interesting experiment. Traditionally Chafer traps are actually hung between 50 and 100 centimeters from the ground. Well, actually, if you look at how chafers fly, particularly when it comes to egg laying time, they tend to either congregate high in the trees or actually they fly very low to the ground. So this experiment actually compared looking at traps at 50 to 100 centimeters high and also looking at traps that were set into the ground using this new attractant. These are the actual results that we saw over the time period. These yellow bars are actually garden chafer that were being collected in the trap in the air. The light green are for the new trap at 50 to 100 centimeters, and the dark green are for the new trap that's actually set in the ground. And as you can see, we got significantly more chafer when the trap was set in the ground. Also, if you look at the peaks, there are two peaks. One was actually garden chafer and the other one was Welsh chafer. Maybe this isn't a surprise because on the continent, Welsh chafer are actually called June beetle, hence they tend to hatch later than the garden chafer. So how do we go about setting the traps? Well, first of all, you source the trap, you clip together the little yellow fins, clip it into the funnel trap, you remove the lure and the diffuser cap because you'll be wanting that in a minute, pull out the trap bottoms and then take all this lot out to the field ready to set the trap. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a normal hole cutter, cut it down to about 15 centimeters deep, give it a bit of a twiddle, pull the hole out, we grab the bottom of the funnel trap, push that firmly into the hole, give it a twist, and now we can actually attach the top of the trap with the fins already trapped. The next bit is we're going to get the lure. This comes with a sealed cap initially, which you need to take off, and then you place it into the top of the fins and connect it with the diffuser cap. And now your trap is actually ready to go, and hopefully in a few days you'll have chafer trapped in the bottom. Obviously you need to monitor these on a regular basis. So let's summarize now. You need to decide on positioning and number of traps that you require. You need to source the traps. There is actually a special offer on traps at the moment on the Rigby Taylor website, so do go and have a look at that. Mid-May you want to set up the traps and monitor them weekly. You need to record the number of adults caught and obviously keep a record of that because you want to check to see when the maximum flight was, because this will determine what timing you actually start your control strategy. Also, if you need help identifying the species, just take a photograph and email it to technicalsupport@rigbytaylor.com and we will identify the species from a photograph. It needs to be a fairly close-up picture and obviously in focus when you are close up. The next issue of this presentation we'll actually look at the different control options, but that will be released in 2 or 3 weeks. Hope that's been interesting, and speak to you soon. Bye.